Okay, hello everyone. So we have a bit of an improvised session.
Yes.
By people who've been doing Haxe for a long time and never talked about it, and felt guilty when Fina was.
Exactly.
Exactly. And yes. And after that, we're gonna have 4 separate discussion panels, and stuff like that here. And we also have booked a separate room. I mean, you're free to roam around the house anyway. But it's another room where we can just sit and talk. There's a couple of tables and chairs, and you can sit down to some code and have some calm. And maybe there's not an alarm at that room, but we'll see. So anyway, enjoy the.
Thank you. Yeah, hello. Yeah, it is a bit improvised, but my name is Mikkel. I'm here for the first time at the Haxe conference, and I actually didn't plan to say anything when I came here. I think this is the first time. I'm just gonna listen along. But then I think Josephine's talk earlier today kind of made me think twice. And felt kind of guilty because we have actually benefited quite a lot. And I think I owe you guys, the whole community, something back. Well, not just me, but you'll hear now. Yeah, my name is Mikkel. I'm here with my colleague, Michael Florentine, who's sitting down there. We work for a Norwegian-based company called Lærdal. We also have Danny on board. He has been with us for the last year or so. He's traveling around the world, working from home, as to say. Well, our company has a mission. It's called Helping Save Lives, which is more clear in the vision that no one should die or be disabled during birth from sudden illness or trauma. More concrete, we have this very ambitious goal that is to save 500,000 more lives by the year of 2020. I will not go into details with that, but Lærdal, I'll just spend 30 seconds. We have a Lærdal Foundation which kind of funds research projects on how to improve best practices in hospitals to reduce mortality. There's the Lærdal Global Health, with kind of focuses on the third world, where we can try to deliver low-cost solutions on how to train people to. There's the most high-profile project that these days is called Helping Babies Breathe, which is an attempt to deliver to reduce child mortality during birth, both for mother and child. We deliver all kinds of training solutions. There's the simple ones where you can train school kids how to learn CPR, or in the third world, as you will see here, how can we deliver training solutions that are low costs, that doesn't kind of demand all kinds of technology that are not available. Then we have the more advanced stuff which goes on in hospitals. Sorry about that. We have the full-scale simulations, like a $50,000 mannequin, where a full team can train. So where does Haxe come into all this? Well, we are mainly working in the field, me and Michael, and Danny also, in the field called medical e-learning, more precise, medical e-simulation solutions. And one of our most notable products has been actually developed with Haxe. I think it's almost 10 years now. And as I recall, I think we started with I think we started at 1.13 or something. And it's called Hardcode. Hardcode is something that we are doing in collaboration with the American Heart Organization. And it has more than 1 million annual users. Hardcode is a web-based computer program. You can call it game-like, so maybe we are a little in there, but it's more than that. You will see you have like a visual screen, you have a setting where you see a patient, you have some options to treat the patient. In this case, it's a simple one, BLS, basic life-saving. It means you need to train your CPR skills. We also have the more advanced one, which are aimed at people working at hospitals. Hardcode ACLS, where you have the the full range of available how to treat a patient. And I guess the most easiest thing here would be just to demo the program, just a couple of minutes. So as you'll see here, we have a patient here who needs treatment. So you have to imagine you're in a hospital now. We are still on the Flash platform, so far I can tell you. So you have maybe we should have some sound on here. All the options now available. I don't know if you can hear anything. Okay, there's a little delay. So, okay, what do we do? I'm not a doctor, so this will probably not go that good. But just to give an idea, that's the reason I'm not a doctor. That's why I'm here today. So we can do all kinds of stuff. So what do we normally do? You can listen to the patient's lungs. We can maybe put on some advanced stuff. Maybe we want to see something about what's going on with his heart. So what about his blood pressure? Maybe got to do something there. It's something that's available when people work at hospitals. I can tell you a little more about that. You can administer some drugs. So you cannot take them yourself. You can only give them to the patient. Well, morphine is kind of also my favorite drug. I don't know why. And you can administer it. So underneath here, you'll see we have, of course, this is just a Flash program, but underneath there's a kind of a physiological model running, kind of calculating everything that goes on with the patient. And it records all you do to the patient. And then at some point, when you're done, that was not what I wanted. You will kind of say, okay, I'm done. I think I did good here. I will transfer the patient. And then you go to this view here, which is called the debriefing, and here you will get debriefed on your performance. Obviously, I didn't pass. I did something correct here, but I also did something. I forgot something here, as you can see. There's the red crosses. But this brings me to the whole idea. Is someone asked, can I buy the program? No, you cannot do that. So not as a kind of individual person. But this is part of a. In the US, you have a certification when you work as a doctor or nurse, and that certification you need a recertification every second year, and you do that by obtaining some points. I think it's called CME points, and some of these points can be earned by taking our courses. So that's the basic idea. Now back to where was our presentation? So, I just want to say a big thanks to the Haxe Compile team and the community, because without the Haxe Compiler, I mean, well, maybe we had done this, but it would have been done in a totally different way. So you could claim that Haxe is also helping saving lives, and I think you should all be proud of that. So. So yeah, any questions if we have the time? Otherwise, you can just come and ask me. So, yeah.
How close are you from completing a HTML5 course?
We are very close, because that's why we have Danny here. Okay, I can mention that. Well, thanks to Haxe, because we started out writing the entire application more or less in Haxe. We were in a much better position than some of you other guys here who started out with ActionScript. So it was actually just a matter of pointing the compiler at another target. Thanks to OpenFL, of course. But this is not because of OpenFL we're here, it's Haxe, but also thanks to OpenFL. And then we had some minor tweaks we need to be done, implement some flex components on something that we kind of accidental started using by accident. That was a mistake. But so we are close. We have the whole simulator ported now, and actually we don't want to kind of release it because Flash still works. I mean, as long as it works, we don't. Nobody want to make a release if you can avoid it. I mean, we're not introducing no, exactly. So we're not introducing new features. So we just kind of waiting for Google to put in the last nail in the coffin of the Flash player, because when that day comes, we have to come out with an alternative, and that's the HTML5 version. And it so far it runs pretty great. So.
Also has to be said that a lot of computers out there, they are fairly old and runs.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. We could talk. There are various. We will also keep the Flash version, because we are in another situation than maybe some of you guys, because you like. I mean, when you think games, you think latest, the fastest, newest computers and so on. But that's not what you have in a basement in some hospital out where, somewhere in the desert. I mean, it's like we have to target browsers from all the way down to some old Internet Explorer. That's where Flash comes in. So we cannot kind of do advanced 3D rendering in the browser and so on. Yeah. Yeah.
I see you've been using Haxe since version 1.
1.13, I think.
And do you have thoughts on the evolution?
Well,
Or easy to upgrade?
I think it has been pretty painless, I would say, to upgrade. But I also think that, I mean, when I look at you guys here, I feel quite humble, because when I see, well, compared to Jurai's ninja skills and Robert Conrad's engine, which is apparently the render engine to end all engines, and I mean, Nicholas is quite easy to use heaps. I was impressed how fast I could get something running. Yeah. I know, but I think our I think we're kind of using if Haxe is this, then we're kind of using just a little bit, just this little subset, but it still works. So yeah. Yes. ActionScript 3. Yeah, I mean as Flash that must be ActionScript 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it came along around when we started. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I guess that's all. Thank you.